At Jindal Stainless, we are the largest stainless steel producer in India. Largely, we have two big plants, one in Hisar, another in Jajpur. And third, we have recently started, that is in Chromeni. Stainless steel is a long cycle product. And also, we have been doing it for the past 30 odd years from that perspective. So on the shop floor, if I talk about the technology, there are three aspects which we have to make sure they work out very well. One, we have to make sure that each and every of our sensor, that the PLC is connected, giving the data, and we are making sense out of that data. Either we are generating some kind of analytics, some kind of operational report, some kind of management report. That is point one. Point two, on shop floor itself, we have to make sure that we are optimizing our operations. We are making sure that we are fulfilling the customer's order the way we have committed to that. That is the second aspect of technology on shop floor. And third aspect, of course, is making sure we are optimizing our resources, be it men, machine, material. So if I just put in these three aspects, one, making sure that I'm optimizing my machine, getting the data from PLCs, from sensors, taking the cloud, doing operational reporting. Second, I'm optimizing my production. And third aspect is I'm optimizing resources. That is the three large areas which are done in manufacturing. In General Stainless, what we have done on the first aspect, and I'm glad to talk about that, Mr. Hoshi, that we are doing a very transformational and aspirational project called Smart Factory 4.2, where we are attempting to connect each and every sensor and taking to the cloud. Our objective is from shop floor to the top floor, making sure that everyone gets benefited from the data what is available. That is our one aspirational program which we have done. Optimizing my production, we are implementing again a program called production optimization, detailed scheduling, where we are implementing the best of the best solution which is not being done in any time or in any other organization in India. That is including some of the top solutions from our partners like Dassault, which will ensure that I optimize my orders and my inventory and my resourcing in such a way that my commitment to the customer is met the way I have said. If I said your order will be out on 20th, it should be out on 20th. That is the second aspect. And I think the third aspect is anyway, where there is a huge need for AI and ML, optimizing my supply chain, optimizing my resources, where optimizing my raw material, how do I buy that? There we are utilizing some of the niche solutions and developing our own solutions so that I am able to make sure that my commitment as my resources are optimized. As far as the challenges you talked about, Mr. Hoshi, the challenges are always when we are trying to integrate from legacy to the latest. So connection, integration from the legacy systems to my current system, that is one. Data is in silos. It's not easy that I get a data of legacy, which is a long 30, 40 years legacy at one place. That is the second challenge. And third challenge, of course, is adoption of technology. I was doing it in a certain way. How shall I adopt to the new way? So these are the three challenges in my mind what we have been facing with respect to legacy data, integration, and the change management. And I think we are very happy that our management, specifically our MD sir, has been very, very focused on technology. He's helping out, giving a consistent message to the organization that technology is the way to go, and that is helping our function to work quite well. So I think in Industry 4.0, largely when I get my machine data, when I am able to see the chemistry then and there and see what is going to be the grade of my steel down the line. Can I control that beforehand rather than waiting for the entire sheet to roll? I can take action then and there. That is a very important aspect of it. Second, quality. I have that quality data beforehand and can I control the quality so that I reduce the waste. Third is with respect to operational efficiency. I know my mills are available, or there might be a challenge going forward. If I have that predictive analytics with me, I should be able to do a better scheduling of that. So I think the other three aspects: making sure quality is controlled, making sure that I am able to take a proactive action, that post-active action. This is how 4.0 is playing a role and will play a role from 4.0 perspective, Mr. Hosi. This is a very tricky question and very difficult to answer as well. And let me take one shot. See what happens. Uh, OT network is a very I would say tricky network, because there huge equipments are involved. There are people involved. Like if there is a problem happens in OT network, it might have a loss of human lives as well. So every organization, especially in manufacturing, they are very careful how to ensure that my OT network connect to the IT network where my AIML lies. So first challenges and first thing we need to take care is that while I connect my OT with IT, I am creating that air gap and making that security is taking place, making sure that I am not inadvertently introducing a risk to my OT network. That is very important point. Second point is that though I'm taking my OT data and taking to AI and creating some analytics out of it, I have to make sure that before verifying, I'm not pushing something else back to the OT. You get my point. It should not happen that some operator or somebody has not seen that what is going that. So the training cycle is super important to make sure that there are no noises are not coming to that. So first aspect, make sure that there is air gap arrangement, there is cyber security taken care, making sure that I am taking the data, doing its testing and training of the models, whatever I'm creating. And third, I'm making sure that inadvertently I'm not pushing the data back to OT and trying to create some challenge out of it. So it's a long process. In my mind, the best use of that is to start getting insights out of it, take actions out of it, and then think about it. Shall I push the data back to OT network or no? I hope I answered that question, Mr. Hoshi. I think in the cloud there have been multiple versions. If you talk to two different persons, they will have different perspective on cloud. I'll give you my perspective. One, cloud necessarily is not the replacement for my hardware, what I have at my, I can go and buy hardware, I can go and buy servers, I can go and buy compute. That is not the beauty. That might be part of the cloud, but that is not the USP for the cloud. Cloud, to my mind, is that the latest and greatest functionalities and technologies and solutions are coming in the cloud. So I can innovate faster. I can try my solutions faster in the cloud. If they work, I can actually be in cloud or come back to my on-prem. You get my point? Instead of trying to, classic example is NVIDIA. Do I need to buy the servers with NVIDIA? Maybe, I may not be. I have to first try, write my solution, see if it works in a particular configuration, and then maybe try to procure it. So cloud is going to play a great role where there is a huge kind of POC, pilots, technology, innovation trial is required. And that is where the role comes from of manufacturing, because I need my solution to train, to test, and then deploy. So cloud will happen in three aspects. One, it will provide me the platform where I can try and test latest and greatest technology. That is one. Second, in case I have to go ahead with that, I can actually adopt that technology and deploy it there if I need to be. So it will always be the scalable solution that I need deploy. I can do that. And I think the third and very important is that the wait time is quite less. If I need a solution tomorrow, I can simply go and start doing it. So making sure availability of the latest and greatest technologies. And right now we are talking about Gen AI, ML. If I have to start creating that infrastructure in my place, it might take time, effort, resources. So that is cut short in cloud. Second, of course, it is available there. And third is making sure that it's faster and better. After doing all of that, I may decide I know what is the solution, what is the stability. Do I need to bring it back to my on-prem or no? That is a different call. So, but the initial first 6 months, 1 year, 2 years is where I should focus on finding out the right mix. Probably that is the beauty of cloud, I would say, Mr. Hosi, and especially that is important for manufacturing because, as I told you, that in IT I can deploy a solution. It might not be as harmful as it has a potential to do in the OT. Manufacturing has huge data. Every PLC, every sensor is generating the data. I don't think we have the capability of storage or processing that data on-prem. If I have to do that, my ROI will not help me out. So cloud has a huge role to play in manufacturing, where I take my data, do the massaging, do the analytics, get out the sense out of it, and take that sensical model back to my on-prem. Because if I have to start doing entire analytics and with the huge volume of data on-prem, that might not be actually technically possible, if I say so. So from that perspective, it has a huge role to play because the sheer volume, velocity and veracity of data, what we generate out of big equipments is much more than any IT or ERP system can generate. Take that data, take to the cloud, make a sense out of it, push it back then so that you can take action on-prem. That is the two-way street I see from cloud to on-prem from manufacturing perspective, Mr. Hoshi.